there's a bank of lights that are not on? There's a bank of lights not on. No, no, no. Turn that back on, please. Thank you.
Spiritual.
Good morning, Spiritual Life Center, and welcome to our virtual live stream service and Sunday Experience. We're so glad you're here. We have Bejan and Larry with us today, and some awesome music for you today. We're so glad you're here. We want you to know your soul is welcome here. We're going to sing about it.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Yes, you're welcome. Come on and sing along with us.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. Oh, my soul is welcomed here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcomed here.
Your soul is welcome here, right here with us. SLC, Spiritual Life Center, welcomes your soul right here. We're glad you're here. Our soul is welcomed here. Your soul is welcomed here. My soul is welcomed here. My soul is welcomed here.
Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome.
Yeah.
And I can just hear the applause across the world. Good morning. We welcome you this morning in the name of all that is good, all that is holy, and all that is sacred, and in the warm and loving energy of this ministry, Spiritual Life Center. If you are watching us for the very first time this morning, we especially want to welcome you because we know that you are not here by accident. We know that every one of us is connected by divine appointment. And we're just so thrilled to be able to be here together today, such as it is, working with an empty sanctuary. And I know that sometimes it's hard to tell on the camera, but we are very definitely following all of the guidelines that have been put out for us, and everyone is as far apart as we can be and still be in the same room. So let us take a moment in prayer. Oh, Holy Spirit, we are so grateful for the opportunity to be able to come together, even if it is virtually, so that we know that there is no geography, there is no distance in consciousness, there is no distance in spirit. And so we come into this time to share, to learn, to expand our hearts, to expand our consciousness, and so that we can send all of our love out into the world so that we may all be healed, that we all may go forward in love and light and peace and joy. And so it is. Amen. And as we do weekly, we have our unity principles, and the unity principles help us to integrate, what it is we teach. And when someone asks us, what is it we teach, we have something that we can say to people. So say it along with me. God is absolute good and everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action. And we have some great action happening today. We have a guest speaker, Teresa Campos. She is an international speaker. She's an author, a spiritual life coach, an intuitive astrologer. I'm not quite sure what she does in her spare time. She helps people who are seeking a more fulfilled life, and she works with servant leaders who know that they are here to uplift humanity by living their soul purpose. She helps them self-evolve and lead from soul-centered mind to fulfill a life that makes them feel fully alive while being of service to the world. So welcome, Teresa. It is an honor to have you with us again. Also, starting on July 9th, Teresa is offering a class. It is called Archetypes and Soul Contract. Archetypes are the expression of ancient and universal patterns of energies. And these underlying patterns of energy are what form all of our thoughts and ideas. And so in this class, Teresa will help you identify and interpret your own archetypes, which in turn will help you to live a more constructive and harmonious life. So join Teresa. It's July 9th, 16th, and 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. And those are on Thursdays. Wednesday. In February, I had the honor of interviewing Benediction. And we had a wonderful time. It was one of the most heartfelt interviews I think I've done. And so we've decided to replay that. So join us on Facebook and on YouTube at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night. And come back with us again to hear about Benediction's journey. And thank you so much for having done that with me. It was an honor. And then Paula, I believe there's some Over the Rainbow event happening.
More Over the Rainbow information. So our Over the Rainbow live stream Hawaiian Social is coming up in just 2 weeks on Friday, July 10th, exclusively on our SLC YouTube channel. This event will have live music streamed from our sanctuary, Zoom watch parties, raffle items with a $1,000 cash grand prize. And today, I want to tell you about the exciting online silent auction that will be a highlight of the evening as well. The auction items will include 3 different readings from some of our intuitives and psychics, an acupuncture session with Dr. Gail Darren, a beautiful amethyst ring, and original artwork. For the lovers of caffeine, we have an espresso cappuccino latte maker, and the Lawson family is offering a Delta sailing adventure on their yacht. We also have a dinner with Rev James, up to 4 people, and a game night hosted by George and Diane Piper. You'll be able to preview items and register to bid on the Over the Rainbow event website, which will launch this Wednesday, July 1st. You can begin bidding on Thursday, July 9th at 10 o'clock a.m., and the final bid and winner for each item will be announced during the event. Be sure to go to the website this Wednesday and get your eye on those special items.
And now Reverend Janae has an update about the youth department. So welcome, Reverend Janae.
Good morning. It's really good to be here with you today, and I have an announcement from Youth Ed, but the main announcement I have is that we just miss you dearly. We miss all the kids and the teens, and our Youth Ed department is meeting regularly, and we're planning some things for the summer. But what I really want to talk to you today about is our YOU rally that was held over the weekend of June 19th through the 21st. It was the spring rally, and the spring rally is where our YOUers come together, and they nominate the officers for the coming year, and they also honor all the existing officers who are stepping down. So when that got canceled, we knew it was a rally that we couldn't miss. So we planned to do it in person over the weekend in June, and when we realized we couldn't do that, the 3 officers who planned the rally only had a few weeks to turn that into a virtual rally. So we met over the weekend of the 19th through the 21st, and and it was awesome. They turned that rally into a virtual rally that was unbelievable. And the kids had the opportunity to connect and to be together. And although it wasn't the same as being in person, they really, really enjoyed the process. And one of the big news items from that rally is one of our own YOUers, Tatiana Barty, was nominated as one of our regional officers. And we are so, so, so proud of her. And this is no small task. These teens meet together for one weekend a month for the entire year, and they plan the 3 rallies, the leadership rally, the spring rally, and the fall rally. And so this is quite a commitment, and it's quite a dedication. And I'm just so excited for all of them, but especially for our Tatiana to be a part of a group where her soul will deepen and her leadership skills will be sharpened. And I know that these kids will take those gifts with them into the rest of their lives. So I just want y'all to join me in just congratulating Tatiana. And I will have more news for you from YOU and from Youth Ed as we progress along in these uncertain times. So until we can be together again, just know that we love you and stay safe, and we'll be together soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Janae. It is so wonderful to know that we're still staying connected and we're still staying active in different areas, and glad to know that the youth, who are probably even better at this electronic stuff than some of us are, are hanging in there. So, you know, we love to welcome our newcomers, and we can't do that in person today. But we want you to know that we are so very happy that you are with us, and as you walk your own unique path. And you can learn more about us by going to our website and go to slcworld.org/connect, and there's a card that you can fill out. And when you fill out that card, you can choose to receive our weekly message, and you can find opportunities to connect with our online small groups and our prayer chaplains, and you can also be notified of other greater ways to connect with us virtually as we expand into our community. Thank you for watching. We are so honored to be able to present this to you today.
Welcome, live streamers. We're going to choose heaven today because heaven is what we have, and heaven is love, and love is what we have. Here we go. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Let's choose heaven again. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right
I'm choosing.
I choose compassion today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I choose compassion today.
Let's get some joy in this place.
I choose joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I choosing joy today.
Let's choose heaven again.
I'm choosing heaven today.
That's what I'm choosing.
I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today.
Walk the road.
I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today.
That's what I'm choosing.
That's a good choice, Bejan. I think we should all choose. If we all choose heaven, imagine what our life will be, what our world will be, what our experience will be. I'd like to ask you to affirm with me out loud from wherever you are our vision statement. Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions, weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom. We cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet. And now, in preparation for meditation, this beautiful chant by Ricky Byers. Blessed always.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say, Amen.
Blessed always.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say,
Blessed always.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say, Amen.
Let our joy.
Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say, Amen.
As we move into this time of meditation, breathe in the vibration of that beautiful chant. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing deep into your belly. Blessed always. Blessed always. For the arms of God surround us. Yes, in this very moment, in every moment, the arms of God surround us, holding us, loving us. And yes, the joy is so triumphant. Let us rest here in God. Continuing to breathe. Allow your breath to relax your body and to calm your mind. Relax back into the arms of your Creator, the arms of your God. Lean back into the allness that you are. With each breath, relaxing into the presence of you, what you really are. Love. Feel your entire being bathed in love. Every cell alive with love. Every cell whole and complete. Continuing to breathe. Notice what's already here, fully present. This quiet presence, this stillness inside and outside and all around you. Everything arises within this silence. Your thoughts, emotions. But you're not your thoughts. You're that which is noticing thought. The awareness that always is. Rumi said, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing is a field. I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. In the allness of God, where we are one, not separate, not two, one. How would our life change if we could meet life from here? How would our world change if we could meet each other from the allness that we are? Presence meeting presence. God meeting God. In every face I see the face of God. As we move into the silence, rest here in the warm embrace of your Creator, in the warm embrace of your God. We are not here at this time by accident. God chose you, and your soul chose this very time to be here on planet Earth. We're here on purpose. And our purpose is to love. Our love can change the world. Thank you, God. And so it is.
Sit down. What if Malcolm didn't man up? Where would we be now? What if Marley didn't get up, stand up? What if the boys didn't come to advance us? And Mandela didn't come to teach us? Where would we be now? We are the ones we've been waiting for. We can change the world. We can change the world with our love, 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 love. 'Cause it's up to us. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We can change the world. Our love can change the world. We can change the world with our love, 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 love. Our love can change the world. What if Maya didn't speak out? What if Langston Hughes didn't write it down? What if Josephine Baker didn't dance it out? No. Tell me, where would we be now? Where would we be now? What if Sojourner never told the truth? Or Ida B. Wells never printed the news? Harriet never went underground? Where would we be now? We are the ones we've been waiting for. I matter, you matter, we matter. Together we are love. Me too, I matter, you matter, we matter. Together we are love. It's gotta be all of us to stand up and speak out with all of our love. Love, 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 love. 'Cause it's up to us. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We can change the world. Our love can change the world. We can change the world. With our love, 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 love. Our love can change the world. Oprah, Kamala, Ava, Tarana, and Lena, Serena, Viola, Oprah, Patrice, and Alicia. You and me are chosen right now. This is our moment. We are a people of motion. Our love's gonna change the world.
Good day, brothers and sisters. The way in which Spirit moves never ceases to amaze me. And I just have to comment on that last song that we just heard by India R.E. I had the honor to be a part of, back in 2004, I attended a workshop with Carolyn Mace, Sacred Contracts. And we dove into the world of archetypes. And India R.E. wasn't in attendance at that class. And this was something that was very unexpected. And the beautiful piece about this is that it was the same weekend that the Grammy Awards were to be aired on television. And in that workshop, she shared with us that she knew her calling was to come to this workshop and to study about archetypes and her soul contract. And she chose not to go to the Grammys. So I just wanted to comment on that, because just the synchronicity of how Spirit works and how life works and how everything is so perfect in its timing. So when I was asked to submit my talk title for today's service a few months ago, I knew that what I was feeling on the day that I submitted that title would be something different that was occurring today in our world. And what I trusted is that Spirit would guide me to align with what was given to me on that day that I submitted it, that it would align perfectly for today, and it has. And the first sign of that, of course, was that song that was just shared with us by India R.E. So when I sat down earlier this week to decide and to really feel into the title, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, a story came to me. And this is that story. This story is of a little girl. It is a little girl who, when asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" she answered, "I want to be rich and famous." And how are you going to do that? I'm going to be a dancer, or I'm going to be an actress, but I'm going to be rich and famous. And this was something that didn't come from this little girl's mind, although she didn't know it at the time. This was a feeling that came in this little girl's body, that she knew that what it was that she was going to do in this life was something that it was going to be, for her, in her language, rich and famous. And so as she grew, she kept that same idea with her. And when she got into high school, she realized, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to become an actress. I don't think I'm going to become a dancer. But I still feel like I'm going to become rich and famous. And so when people would ask her, well, so what are you going to do when you grow up? What are you going to do when you graduate high school? And she'd say, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be a lawyer. And she decided, I'll give up on the famous part, but I'm going to be the rich part. And as she got closer to her senior year and about to finish, something changed for her. And what changed for her is that, again, she realized, I don't think I want to be a doctor. I don't think I want to be a lawyer. I think I want to do something that's calling my spirit. I think I want to do something that's calling inside of my body, that's compelling me, and I don't know if people are going to accept it. I don't know if my parents are going to say that's okay. You're not going to college in the traditional way. So at the end of her senior year, she shared with her parents what she wanted to do, and that was to be an artist. And that was to be and follow her heart of being a sculptress. And so that's what she pursued. And as she went on that journey, and she went in and out of all the different ways in which we journey life, and through the trials and tribulations of her hero's journey, she knew that this passion she felt inside of her needed to be answered, because she knew that was her creative spirit. She knew as she grew that this was not her mind, this was her soul speaking to her, that this was the impulse within herself, that drive, that our soul speaks to us in, that says, follow this, follow this. And that's what she did. And so as she moved through her life and she began to develop and create a reputation for herself through her work, she became one with her work, one with her artistry. And what she realized, what she was doing, is she was channeling spirit. That spirit was speaking through her. That the art was not coming from this place in her mind. This art was coming from this place that was deeper and greater than what she even knew. And as she dove deeper into her work, that grace that was channeled was the form that she was sharing with the world. And what she realized over time is that richness that she knew she was called to was the richness of the soul she would be experiencing. And that fame was the recognition of that as well. Because see, the soul does not speak ego. The soul speaks love, and the soul speaks grace. And it is through will that it expresses itself through. And that's what she came to know and understand. And so in that way, she had fulfilled the very thing inside of her that she knew she was destined to do, and she followed it. And I share this story today because I believe that that is where we all are at right now. I believe that we are in a place in our world where we are trying to understand the difference between our ego's calling versus our soul calling. I heard a politician say, America is trying to find its soul. And I believe that there is truth to that, but I believe it even bigger. I believe that humanity is trying to find its soul. That little girl became rich and famous in another way because she tapped into her soul nature. The soul has an impulse to serve. The soul has an impulse to contribute. The soul has an impulse to feel and to love. And more than anything, it has an impulse to be an agent of God. and God's will. We are being asked to live a more deeply soul-centered life right now. In the ancient study of astrology, the astrology right now, excuse me, is telling us, is saying to us, here's my water. We are in Capricorn time. 2020 is Capricorn time. And so what is Capricorn time? Well, the sign of Capricorn is symbolized by the mountain. It is symbolized by the mountain and the goat. But this goat is no ordinary goat. It is a sure-footed goat. It is the mountain goat, whose work, whose mission is to climb the mountaintop. And this mountaintop is the mountain of consciousness. And with every journey that we make to the mountaintop, which is our archetypal life path, not only for ourselves, but for humanity, as we're journeying that mountaintop, we sometimes enter a fog. The higher we get, there's a fog, and we can't quite see where we're going. But what the mountain goat knows is that it must continue. It must continue through the fog because it knows that there is the top. And just as we are so above, so below, and humanity in and itself is an entity which has a soul and which has a personality just like you and I. And we know when we are working and going through our own personal struggles that there's sometimes that we say, haven't I already done this? Haven't I already figured this out? And the answer many times is yes, you have. And now, my dear sweet friend, we are going deeper. So yes, we are going to see that shadow come up. Yes, we are going to see those things. We're going to feel that pain because we are going deeper. And as we go deeper, we evolve more into our soul-centered self. We evolve more into that soul-centered mind that is guided by the impulses of the soul and not the will of the ego. So we are in a battleground right now. We are once again in a battleground to fight for the soul of humanity, to fight for the soul of each and every one of us. Because as above, so below. And there is discomfort with this, and there is pain with this, as every transformational process brings. There is a point of tension. The late, great Martin Luther King said, I have seen the mountaintop. You know, as I was sitting here listening to this last piece of music before I came on, it made me emotional. And it made me emotional for so many reasons, but especially for the synchronicity in which Spirit works. As I'm sitting here in this community today and listening to that song and hearing India Ari and seeing those pictures of Martin Luther King and all of those other pioneers before us that are paving the way for this change to come. And one might say, and make it about the struggle that we're in, and that, oh, we're doing this again? Yeah, we're doing this again. Yes, we are. Because as I said earlier, we're going deeper. I think that many times as we move through our life and we reach certain points where things are animated within us that, for example, for fear, what this 2020 year has brought for us is really just triggered a lot of things for us in our body. And we're looking and contemplating things that we haven't contemplated before. We're being challenged in ways that we haven't been before. We've been controlled in ways that we haven't been before. Our values are being examined. Our values are being challenged. And I hear sometimes people will say, I can't wait till we get back to normal. And I always say, normal is what got us here. And this is a new world that we're embarking on. And we don't even know what it is because we're not supposed to know what it is, because if we knew what it is, it would be the same. This is the uncertainty of the unknown, and the unknown is where that space lies where nothing exists, and that's where we all need to enter in and lean into that place of non-existence, because that's where the new is coming. It's time for us to leave the old behind. And when we leave our old identity behind, we actually feel like we are letting a part of ourself go. We actually feel like we're losing an arm or a leg, or it's like, no, there's no way. I cannot let that go. I cannot let that go. I need to hang on to that, for that is what I know, and that is what's kept me safe. And believe it or not, this whole way in which we are living, as safe as it doesn't feel, on some level we have been saying, oh, but this has kept us safe. But that's not the truth. That's what our ego is telling us. Keep us safe. Keep me in this same environment, even though the mind's saying, get me out. It's such a paradox. I believe it's our work to be willing to let go. It's our work to be able, to be willing to just say, I don't know where I'm going. I'm in the fog, but I trust. And what we know about being in the fog is what the fog teaches us, that faith is our compass. It teaches us to no longer see in the ways which we have seen before. That's why the fog is here. That's what we can do with that fog. I don't know where I'm going because I'm not supposed to know where I'm going. And then the fog lifts, and what is revealed are things that we had no idea were even there. I think sometimes we want answers. We want things to be done so that we can settle inside. We want things to be calm. We want things to be straightened out so we can rest assured inside of our bodies that, oh, everything's going to be okay. But this time is not that time. This time is to say, I'm just going to stay the course here. This isn't about getting ourself, our egos, calm so that we're okay. This is about willing to be in the discomfort of everything and allowing that to continue to unfold as it needs to unfold. The last speech that Martin Luther gave was that speech, I have seen the mountaintop. And I want to read a quote from it because it's so powerful. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult times ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now because I have been to the mountaintop and I've looked over and I have seen the promised land. And that is beautiful. I don't believe that it's about us needing to see the promised land in the literal sense, but to know it's there. Because the seeing is through the eyes beyond the literal mind. It goes into the soul. I see the promised land. And we were all born in this time right now to be a part of what is going on in the world and humanity right now. When we change our mind and we change how we think, we change the world. And so it is.
Thank you, Teresa. You know, I think that's one of the best articulations of what's going on and how people can deal with it. One of the things that I'm finding myself challenged with is how to talk with people about this without discounting the pain and the confusion and still say, we're going to be going forward. We just don't know. Right, we're just in a fog. So thank you so very much. Next Sunday, we will be live streaming again from the sanctuary at 9 a.m., and Reverend James will be here. His topic is Break Free from the Hypnotic Spell, and it's always really interesting to see what he's going to do with his titles, so tune in for that. Paula and Larry will be with us again next week, and then our special guest, Love Eternal, who will be also at the Over the Rainbow event, right? So you'll get a nice little introduction to them. So join us next week. And now we have an opportunity to help support Spiritual Life Center, and you can text SLC Love at 44321, or you can go to our website at slc.org//donate, or you can always mail something in if you want to share your love offering that way. And so let's just say our love offering a blessing together. Say it into your microphone, say it into the air, say it to the person next to you. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God.
So, in the early days of our stay-at-home order and this strange new world we found ourselves in, I would open up the doors to my backyard, and I would hear the birds singing, and it just always brought to mind. It just gave me a sense of comfort, and that birds, they just wake up in the morning and they can't help themselves but to just sing to the glory of creation. And it brought this song to mind, which you will immediately recognize. And I want to acknowledge our beautiful songbirds here today, Larry and Bejan. And I want to give a special blessing to Bejan because she's going to be taking off again, once again, deployed with the National Guard, and she's going on a journey to Germany for 1 year to work with equal opportunity groups. So blessings on your journey, and we look forward to when you come back to sing with us again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. Don't worry, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I rise up this morning, smiled with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing. Don't you worry, no. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry, singing, don't worry
It's gonna be alright. Don't worry, singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Hey, singing, don't worry about a thing. No, 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 you don't worry. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry, singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Thank you, and thank you. Let us say our prayer for protection together now. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, I am, and all is well.
There be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it Spiritual Life Center, transforming lives as we love, serve, and remember who we are.
One heart.